episode 2627 of the number one podcast on Apple Podcasts for job search. You are listening to or watching No BS Job Search Advice Radio. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. Today's a show for the student in your life, or for you as a student who's coming up on graduation. It's about tips for finding a job after you graduate. Hope you find the show helpful. Hope you give it a great review wherever you listen to it or watch it. Share it with other people that you know who are in the same boat. Share it on LinkedIn as well. But most importantly, just share it. It will help other people. I'm also going to mention connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/the Big Game Hunter. My network tends to be a lot bigger than most of yours, and thus you'll be able to get access to a lot more people without having to pay for access. Lastly, the blog at thebiggamehunter.us is phenomenal. There's just a lot of great tips and advice to help you. In the meantime, we'll be back in just one moment. Are you a recent college graduate who's struggling to land your first job? Are you a soon-to-be graduate who isn't sure about how to find it? I got you covered. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 7 expert tips that'll help you stand out in a crowded job market, recession or no, and land your launch job, land your first job. I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I worked in recruiting for a long time, and now people hire me for no BS coaching and career advice globally. That can relate to a job search, hiring more effectively, managing and leading better, and much, much more. So let's get started, and let me talk with you about the 7 things you need to be working on, whether you're still in school or you're out of school and you need to take corrective action. So the first thing is start networking like an all-star. Network like a pro. One of the most effective ways to land a job after college is networking. Start attending industry events, join professional associations, connect with alumni from your college. Not sure where to find them? LinkedIn is a great place to do it. Reaching out to people on LinkedIn, whether they're recent grads from your school, previous grads from your school, or just work in the field that you want to be in, asking them for informational interviews to learn about their career path and their company. The more people you meet, the greater your chances of connecting with someone who's going to adopt you to help you find a job. Number 2 is create or pay someone to create a killer resume. Your resume is your launch point. It's the basics about you, and you need to make sure it looks great and presents yourself well. Not fiction, you have to present yourself well for what you're capable of. And you may not be completely clear about what the market values. A resume writer will, and people who've gone ahead of you will, and they may give you some guidance about how to do that. Customize it for each job you apply for, highlighting relevant skills and experiences. Use action words. Quantify achievements, but keep it concise and easy to read. Unless you're a PhD student, unless you've just gotten your PhD, the need for the 9-page resume, the need for anything over 1.5 pages to 2 pages doesn't exist. Number 3, you got to start practicing how to interview now and not wait until you have an interview invitation. It's your way of showing off your skills, experiences, and more importantly, your personality. When you get the opportunity to interview, do research on the company, practice your answers to common interview questions, and I've got some great video courses at my website, thebiggamehunter.us, plus a couple of good books that are designed to help you with interviewing. And I want to remind you, make sure you've got the right wardrobe for interviewing. I'm not telling you to wear a suit and get all buttoned down unless that's what the firm is that you're interviewing with has an expectation of. But dress appropriately, arrive on time, project confidence. 4, if you're out of school, continue to cultivate your skills. Take online courses, do internships, volunteer. Develop your skills and gain experiences because employers are looking for people who have a diverse skill set and experiences. So Don't be afraid to try new things. Number 5, create a portfolio. If you have work samples, particularly if you're in a creative field like graphic design or writing, showcase your skills and what you've done previously in a portfolio. It gives employers a better sense of your skills and what you can bring to them. 6, start looking at internships and entry-level positions. Don't be afraid to start small if necessary, and applying for internships and entry-level positions is a way of getting your foot in the door and getting more experience that will serve you. Lastly, for today, be persistent. It's easy to start thinking that you'll never get anything, and that's not true. That's the lie that you tell yourself, like many other generations of students. Even your parents may have said that lie to themselves, and we all hear it with between our ears, and it's not true. Finding your first job out of school is hard, but don't give up. Keep applying for jobs, following up with recruiters, improving your skills. It's part of the process, unfortunately. So I'll just remind you, those are 7 expert tips for landing your first job out of college. Remember, networking, creating a killer resume, or buying one from someone who will write it for you. I'm not volunteering, just to be clear. Acing your interview, developing your skills, being persistent, creating a portfolio. There's so much that you can be doing, and I hope this has been helpful to you. I'm Jeff Altman. Visit my website, thebiggamehunter.us. There's a ton in the blog that can help you. Plus, you can schedule time for a free discovery call, schedule time for coaching. Ask me some questions using the Trusted Advisor Services option under the Schedule button. You can find out about my video courses, books, and guides. Again, there's a lot there that'll help you. And lastly, I want to encourage you, connect with me or follow me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/the Big Game Hunter. Mention that you saw this video. I like knowing I'm helping some folks. And once we're connected, your network is going to be a lot larger than it is today. Have a terrific day, and most importantly, be great.